So today I remote viewed the city of Petra. That city that's carved into the pink sandstone in the middle of the desert. Um, Lots of people may know it from the Indiana Jones movie, the one that had his father, and I think it was the Knight Templar that was in there. I think that was Petra. But anyway, so I've had a couple of requests to remote view Petra because it's I think it's one of the seven wonders of the world. So if you've never heard of it or don't know what I'm talking about, it's spelled Petra. It's in Jordan in the Middle East, and it's fascinating. But all we ever see is that one facade that was carved into I don't know if it's a cliff or a mountain, but it's so much more than that. There's streets and other buildings, for lack of a better word, even though everything is carved into the sandstone. They took this, I don't know if it was a canyon, surrounded by cliffs and rock walls and stuff, and they just carved a city into it. Fascinating, right? So what I got in my travels is that some leader or king decided that he wanted a grand city. Well, you're in the desert, there's not a lot of wood to build, and why cut stones and move them all when you can just carve the stone that's already there, right? So they got stonemasons and laborers and engineers and architectural designers, people that could build irrigation systems and wells and stuff. And people started moving in. It was like a cave system already, and people started moving in, and they started working towards making this cave system into a habitable city. And so what I see in my mind inside, or what I was able to view, is that it's like there's hallways and like different wings, and with rooms or living areas to the side, kind of like a big apartment complex. People live there and do business there. And there's people who they buy or trade wool from the herders, and they weave and dye and make cloth and clothing and trade it or sell it. There's food vendors, there are the spice traders, and anything you can think of. It's a whole bustling city, and anything you can think of being done, sold, or traded there is being done, sold, or traded. And it, when you when I viewed the inside, and I could see all the living quarters and everything, and like it felt like a mall to me. Like you're walking down the big hallway of a mall, and there's all these stores on the side that you could go into or not, or like an outdoor market, even though it's inside. But and then when you go outside, you can see all the food vendors, like the street food vendors, and the people with all of their stalls set up to buy, sell, and trade their goods and services and stuff. And it was a huge area for people traveling, or on people on missions, on what I can't think of the word, or traveling for whatever reason, or trading missions, and they would have to pass through Mecca. So it had a lot of outside business, as well as being self-sustaining. And so it was very successful and it was very busy, and a very good place to live and be. And it eventually just became so successful and so busy that it became overpopulated. So, and I keep getting that somehow people are also worried about the cave systems collapsing. Like maybe a couple of caves collapsed, or there were rock rock collapses inside somewhere. Not totally catastrophic, but like there were, like maybe an earthquake or something caused a collapse or something. And so people, between that and the overpopulation, people started leaving and moving and starting villages or joining villages elsewhere. And so it just became a very small, lightly populated city. And so it basically suffered an economic collapse because there was no more commerce. So I think people still live there, not a lot of people. I think it's mostly tourism now. But I don't even know if you could go inside anymore except for where people live. So, but yeah, Petra felt really cool. I that would be a good place to visit someday. Okay, all right. I love you. Stay weird. Bye.